Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, I'm your hostess, and today we are going to be talking about all kinds of things, and I just want to welcome everybody in. Hello, Deanna. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm hoping a few more people come over. I had to change the day. We had something that came up that was extremely important yesterday, and I had to postpone my live in order to take care of some business. So I hope that y'all will understand that. And I know that there are some other lives going on at the same time. And I do apologize for stepping on other lives of people that I enjoy watching. Hello, Bad Stain. Welcome in. Hey, Nora, the Stock Explorer. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Anybody that wants to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. I really do not have anything planned for my lives most of the time. Hey, Papa's Kitchen, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Y'all be praying for those that are in Florida right now because I understand that there is a hurricane happening. So we need to be in prayer for them. Hey, old school with a modern twist. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to write down everybody's name because I want to try to hit y'all's channels up and give you some watch time. It's not a lot, but every little bit counts. Heather's Chubby Hubby, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. I think you're new to my channel. I'm writing down everybody's names so I can make sure that I get over to your channels and be able to do some watch time there. If you would, type in the word hillbilly and drop your link, and that way we can go over and check out your channels, because really and truly all the action happens in the chat. This is a way to connect and grow, and I enjoy being a hostess for that. So I want y'all to make sure that you drop your links. I know a lot of y'all are going to be familiar faces, but for the newbies that come in, we want to welcome them in and give them a chance to get to know one another. And Heather's Chubby Hubby says, nope, been here a while, just been busy lately. I understand that. I was extremely busy yesterday, and I've been busy this morning too, trying to get some things done around the house. We had some issues that popped up that we had to take care of, and it could not wait. So, that's just a part of life. Sometimes you have to make changes. So y'all let me know if you prefer Thursdays over Wednesdays for lives. I may be doing more stuff on Wednesdays. I'm not sure. But that was just one of the things that came up yesterday. Hey, Barb's Country Home, welcome in. I know I'm stepping on toes. I'm sorry. And I did put it out a day early to let everybody know because I had something that came up that was extremely important to take care of. And I wanted to make sure that I had time with all my friends out here, and I wanted to enjoy that time. I miss y'all when I don't get to talk to you. Any day is good for me, says Deanna. Okay, you're Heather's hubby. Welcome in. I appreciate you there. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. Anyone that wants to come up on panel is more than welcome to. I have attached the link at the top of the stream. Yes, I do that quite often, Barb. I watch more than one when I can, especially if there's somebody that I want to support, give them the watch hours that they need. I am always there. And y'all, I need the watch hours. I'm not going to lie. I do need the watch hours, but I'm here mainly because I want to support other channels, the small channels out there, and give them an opportunity to come up on panel or to tell me something about themselves in the chat or bring up topics of interest in the chat. Any of those things I love doing, and y'all just know that I'm here to support you. Chubby hubby, I like that. My hubby's losing weight, y'all. He's not as chubby as he used to be. We both have lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 70 pounds, and he's not too far behind me. We're kind of in a race to see who's going to get the weight off first, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be him because women tend to be fatter anyway. We carry more body fat. So if there's any topics that y'all would like to talk about today, just let me know. But we have had a rodent issue going on around our house, and we had another issue pop up yesterday. It was field mice coming in, and they do this every year. And every year we go through this deal where we have to go through and we have to shore up any holes that might have appeared and thoroughly clean everything, put out new sticky traps. And of course, we've got 3 mousers in the house. We have a Jack Russell Terrier, a Jack Weenie, and a cat. And all 3 of those are wonderful. They really do help. Hey, Barb, that is absolutely awesome. I'm so glad that your husband has lost 100 pounds. That is a feat in itself. And it feels good when you get the weight off. It really does. It makes a difference. It is beautiful outside here also. I do believe that we're going to get some cold weather coming in tomorrow night. They're talking about the weather being down in the 20s, and somebody's outside, and my dogs have heard it. So y'all excuse the barking in the background. All right, babies, y'all be quiet. It might be they're filling up our propane tank. I don't know. But I just heard a noise outside too. Yes, I've become more active also, Barbara. This is just, with losing the weight, I have more energy. And I appreciate having more energy, even though I have physical things that I cannot do, but I really do enjoy having more energy after losing so much weight. Hey, my Raindrop Life, welcome in. I'm so glad that you're here. Y'all pull up a chair, grab you coffee or iced tea or whatever you want, get you a snack. If you'd like to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. I recognize all these channels coming in, and any channel that I recognize can come up on my panel. The only thing I ask is that I can see your face. Even if you don't want me, you don't want to have your face shown on the panel, I need to be able to verify that it's you. Because I had a strange person come up on my panel a couple of different times in the past. Well, y'all, my chickens are lazy. They don't want to lay any eggs. And I am going out several times a day. Part of our problem is that we have some chickens that are eating eggs. So that's part of the problem. The other part is that they're molting. So I know that they go through this, and it usually takes a week or 2 for them to really get back into full production again. Old school, you say you gained weight since you retired. Well, that was part of my problem. I had to retire early because of disabilities. And I put on a lot of pounds and couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. How could I get the weight off? And I went to a low carb diet. It's not quite keto. I do use some keto in it, but I look at the glycemic index, and that's how I've I've lost my weight. And let me see. Papa's Kitchen says, I have a watch hour giveaway on my channel. Ginger, not for nothing, received about 16 hours last night. Wow. That's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get back into doing some watch hours on some of the channels too. I had promised Missy's channel that I would watch one of her playlists, and I have absolutely had no time to even sit down and watch it, let alone listen. And I want to listen because it's the Bible, and the Bible is extremely important to me, and she's reading it out loud. So I want to make sure that I am fully aware of her reading the Word of God and be respectful of that. And it's just been really, really hard for me. You know, the devil is in the details, and the devil don't want us hearing that word. And I know that's what's going on. So I'm trying to get to where I can sit down and do that, and then I can move on to some other channels and give watch hours where they're needed also. But this is the way I give watch hours to anyone that comes to my chats, as long as I'm able to. Now, this may not go on forever because we all know that one day it won't be a small, intimate group anymore. It will be a large group. And I will miss my small groups discussions. And I will probably miss out on a lot of channels because I will not be able to keep up. I literally am only one person. I only have two devices. I have a laptop and my cell phone. So I try to do when I'm doing my watch later list, I try to do both on my laptop and my cell phone. And y'all, I'm stuttering today. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm having a really bad time of it. We had an issue here, and it's one of those things that happens and you don't understand how it happened, but we had been given a brand new, it was a brand spanking new recliner. It was gorgeous. It had a leather look to it. And we brought it home. Didn't see anything when we brought it home. Well, about a month ago, I started breaking out in hives, and we couldn't figure out where the hives are coming from. I wasn't seeing any bugs, couldn't figure it out. Hadn't changed anything. Went to the doctor a couple of times. And I came home and I saw a bed bug on that chair. So I started looking and cleaning and spraying, and it got worse and worse. Hey, Triple Threat, welcome in, welcome in. That's Miss Tarsha. Anyway, to make a long story short, the chair came with bed bugs. Now, we don't know if it came from the manufacturer like that, from the warehouse that it was bought from, or if we picked up a bed bug somewhere along the way, because you can pick them up anywhere that you go. And but these were nesting underneath the bottom of the chair, so we're assuming that they came with the chair, and that chair went out the door. And I mean, literally, we pushed it out the door, and my husband's going to take care of it this evening when he gets home and get it off the property. But that was an awful experience, and I have never had those before. And I started looking online. Y'all, baking soda. Sprinkle your beds with baking soda and vacuum your beds. Furniture too. Make sure you get down into the crevices of your furniture with your vacuum cleaner. And you can also use a lavender spray and spray your furniture down. Hey, Randy, I appreciate you coming in. I was on Randy's live for a little bit this morning, and I really appreciate that. And Randy, you stay safe out there. But y'all, it is nothing to play with them bed bugs. And of course, I have animals, and the animals are up and down off the furniture all day long. So we went and checked our beds. We've checked every piece of furniture in the house. It was only in that one chair, thank God. And we were able to get them out of here. And this morning I have been cleaning like a mad woman because I don't want to find another one. So I am washing bedding and really deep cleaning everything. Damascus earth is good. And it's hard to find right now. I've looked in the stores because we were going to pick some up. And my nose is itching, y'all. It's that season. It might be because I kicked up some dust in here too. Yeah, that's the way I felt about it, Papa's Kitchen. I wanted to burn my house down at that point. And I knew I couldn't, but we locked the dogs outside. We locked the cat in the bedroom, and we deep cleaned everything. Yeah, it's hard, Deanna. It's even harder to talk about something because you're embarrassed by it. But really and truly, there was no reason for us to be embarrassed by it because they're everywhere. You can literally pick them up anywhere you go. You can rub up against a piece of clothing in a store. You could sit down on a seat where someone has bed bugs and has come in to eat. There's just a number of things. Hey, Benny Pots and Pans, welcome in. And Drunken Chef, welcome in. Welcome in. So we're going to open up our panel to anybody that wants to come up. And give me just a second. I'm going to write down Benny. Benny, I think you're new here. I want to make sure you're welcomed in. Y'all make sure you got something to drink, something cold or something hot to drink, depending on where you're at. And if you need a snack, bring that in. Yeah, it's not something to be embarrassed about, but it does happen. Hey, Gummy Doolittle, welcome in. I think this is the first time, too. Welcome in. Y'all make sure you drop your links. In order to drop your links, you type in the word hillbilly in the chat, and your link will be dropped by the Nightbot. Gummy. Y'all hang on a minute. I got to go search. Y'all are moving this chat along at a nice pace today. I like your name, Gummy Doolittle. I really do. And Benny Pots and Pans. Yes, I'm so glad. I love having newbies come in. And write your name down. I've got a list going. I write your name down on the list. And when my live is over, sometime between now and my next live event, I will go to your channel and I will do some viewing. And if you're new, I always try to subscribe. Now, there are a few people that I won't subscribe to because I just cannot do and will not do the pornography and the tarot card readings and so forth. But I do try to go to the majority of the channels that come to my channel and give them some view time. Hey, Danny Days, welcome in. Danny's got a cute little daughter, y'all. I saw her the other day. She was opening up a package. And I wonder who that package was from. Oh, yeah. It was from Lazy Days. She got some candy. I want some candy. I'm dropping the link, y'all. So anybody that wants to come up on panel and talk about your channel or what's going on in your area, we did have our elections Tuesday, and I went out and voted and did my civil duty. And I did vote, and I did have a problem at the poll, y'all. We had 4 amendments on our ballot that they're rewriting. I did not agree with the verbiage on 2 of them, the wording. And when I looked at the screen, I double checked everything, and I hit, the button to released the card. And the next thing I know, I'm looking down at the card and it had changed one of my boats. So I had to call a poll worker over and I got it changed and went back through the process of getting a new ballot and going through the whole process again. And it did it again on the same machine. So they were aware that there was a glitch or something going on with that machine. And they shut it down after I voted. But we did finally get the vote to go through correctly. And I was able to cast my ballot. We have, Benny said, my channel is about music, popular music songs that can be revisited. That's awesome. Hey, Jamie's Country Living, welcome in. And I think that's all the new ones that's come in. So how are you, Miss Tarsha?
I'm doing okay. Time slipped by me today. I looked at the computer. I said, wait, she's live. I was like, oh, shoot.
Well, the day change and everything kind of threw everything off, but I had to take care of that problem yesterday. There was no way I was going to live with those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just had to go out the door. I told my husband when he got home from work, I said, I want you to lift this chair up because I can't lift anything heavy. And I had already hurt my back from moving canning jars. We are in the midst of adding some shelving units to our room for canning jars. And y'all, I've got 3 or 4 years worth of canning stuff in there that we need to move and reorganize and everything. So I have those herniated discs in my lower back with a synovial cyst that's pressing on the nerve bundle, and I irritated it, and it's just been awful. And then I had this on top of that, and I was like, Lord, why?
Oh, baby.
But I didn't come here to talk about bed bugs. I really didn't.
Yeah,
See, I got her itching.
Yeah, I haven't had that issue before about those bed bugs, but I hear people talking about it.
Oh my Lord. I've never had it. Never in my life. And I was shocked. I had to go look it up online to make sure what I was looking at. And I went, I had gone several days going back to that chair and actually both our chairs and looking to see maybe, possibly. And then when we turned that chair over, the whole bottom of it was covered with eggs. And so I knew that it had been in there. And we hadn't had that chair very long. So they were just now starting to get big enough to go hunting for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Benny, pots and pans, that is an awesome number. I had a friend many, many years ago, and I miss her dearly. Her name was Ann, and she had, God gifted her with a gift for numbers. And she wrote a book. Matter of fact, I think she wrote a couple of different books about it, how God used the numbers to give her information. It was something else. Yes, Nora, I know. Hey, C&T Design and Arms. I don't think you've been in my chat before, but if you have, welcome back. If you haven't, welcome in.
C&T Design said, sup perps, or you mean sup peeps?
Well, they may be right. It might be perps. There may be some lurkers out there. Yeah, Randy's out in that hurricane, y'all. Y'all be praying for those down in Florida right now. They're getting
be safe. Yes, be safe, Randy, and everybody down there. Because they said 2 people got electrocuted.
Oh boy, that's not good.
And they died. Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, anytime there's a hurricane in the South, our utility companies have already started sending trucks in that direction. They're awesome about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So be safe out there, Randy. And I really enjoyed talking to him a little bit this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been up in your world?
I'm still trying to get it together after being down. I've been walking the past 4 days, trying to get my strength back. And while I was out walking, I run across a neighbor. They'll see me. They be like, "We haven't seen you in a while. We was wondering if you still live here."
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
goodness.
normally see me walking, but I told them I had been in and out the hospital. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that hospital stays busy up here. Hey, Woman Outdoors, LB, welcome in. Welcome in.
yeah. Hey, LB.
Yeah, stay away from the power lines unless you want a new hairdo. I hadn't seen my
Yeah.
Faith and Feathers come in yet. She may be off kilter because I wasn't on yesterday.
Oh yeah, and she'll have the chat
She'll have the,
laughing.
yeah, yeah, she will. She's so funny, so
Yeah,
comical.
she is. Yeah.
Oh, but y'all, I didn't realize how much canning I have actually done, and I still got more to
Hmm.
do. I'm trying to do the freezer clean out now too, on top of everything else, and I'm trying to do it before the holidays really starts rolling in
Hmm.
because I got 3 freezers full.
Yeah, that's what I would love to do, but I'm trying to get some energy.
Yeah, get you some B complex because that does help.
I take
Not,
B12,
you
but
might need the bilingual, or you need to get the shots
I
on the
do the
B12.
shots and the peel, and yeah, sometimes it's not effective enough for me.
Yeah, those crazy chickens are not laying very well. I told them I'm gonna stop feeding them if they don't get to laying.
My neighbor, one of my walking buddies, she brought me 17 of them this morning. I got different colors.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yes, her
LB
daughter
got LB said
raises
she
them.
got some free canning jars. That's awesome because free is always good.
Oh
I did
yes.
I did pick up a half-gallon canning jar at our local Goodwill because it was $2.99, and to buy the half-gallon canning jars in the store, it's
Hmm.
$5 and $6 now for one. So anytime I can save money, the store it's five and
Oh,
six.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie said they're mad I got the turkeys. Yeah, we moved the turkeys over to the grow out pen, so the turkeys are closer to our chickens now. And now the chickens can go into the old turkey pen and they can go in that hut and lay eggs, which is working out. I love shopping with free signs on them. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Free is free. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I love
Hey,
that too.
Rudy. Rudy's in the house.
Hi, Rudy. Irahadi or Irahadi? Hedda.
Yeah. Thank you, Vinny Pots and Pans. We appreciate those positive vibes and frequency. We need it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. We need some healing energies coming our way. We definitely do. Both me and Tarsha. Tarsha and I, excuse me, I'm using bad grammar.
I just started catching myself using bad grammar. You said she got a nice end table too.
That's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with stuff you pick up off the street unless it's got bugs in it.
Right.
Hey, Vision Preparedness, welcome in, Mr.
Hi,
Trent.
Vision.
If you would like to come up on a panel, if you're not busy, you're more than welcome to.
Yes, you're welcome. Always welcome.
Yeah, maybe we can get off the subject of bugs. Yes, I feel the positive energy here, Benny said. Yeah, the Lord is really good about the healing. You know, I have known several people that have been completely healed.
Hmm.
So, you know, if he heals me in this life or the afterlife, it doesn't matter to me as long as I get that healing.
True.
Well, y'all, we're expecting cold temps to come in tomorrow night. I've got my air conditioner on today. We're in the South. This is what happens.
I got the heat on. I had to cut it on yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, Vision said he wishes he could join us. Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to the heat bill this winter. We prepay our propane through the energy company. So, well, we don't really prepay, but they send us a bill every month, and this month's bill was for $16, and we think they went up on the propane price a little bit. They said they weren't going to change it because they bought it so early that they got it at a good price. But it was $3.32 a gallon, so it's running in cahoots with the gasoline and everything else. We're going to pay one way or the other. I really don't know what our temperature is today. Let me see if I can type that in.
It's like 65 here. Yeah.
I think it
was colder.
It was hot yesterday. I mean, I got so hot I had to turn the air on the last couple of days, and I'm like 80 degrees in the house, y'all. I don't do hot temperatures very well. 75 today. So that's not too bad. The humidity is low, which is awesome. 71 in Ohio. Yeah, Randy's putting up the weather in Tampa, Florida. Light rain.
Take that exclamation mark out, Randy. Do it again.
It came up. Well, it said for Macon, Georgia.
That's what I typed in.
It's you got light rain and 62 degrees outside.
Yep, it's been raining.
So you got all the humidity. You can keep it.
Right. But it felt good when I went walking. I went walking at 6:40 this morning, so I like to get it over with early.
Yeah. Well, I actually slept in this morning because I have not been able to sleep in for the last few days. With the time change, I'm getting up at 6:30, and I'm sitting there with one eye open, and I'm like, what? Go back to bed. Cloudy. It don't even say what's going on down there. WeatherBot, you need to find another weather report. Yeah, it's going to drop major. 25 was supposed to be the low for tomorrow night. So we're trying to get everything shored up outside, get the chickens some hay, and do all that tomorrow. So that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be itching from the hay. But them crazy chickens, I'm telling you, they're just not laying, and they've lost a lot of their feathers. Of course, they're molting. We went and bought a bag of cat chow for them because that helps them grow their feathers back. So they had that. They done ate that up. They eat everything in sight. That's funny. Benny Pots and Pans says Mexican weather, chilly today and hot tamale. Benjamin is still splitting wood. Yeah, get that wood stacked. You're going to need it this winter.
Yep. Going to need it, especially up there in Ohio.
Yep. LB, has it gotten cold up there yet? Pennsylvania? She's got 70 degrees up there. She's warmer than we are. Yeah, she don't need it. I know.
Yep.
Some of the folks up in Pennsylvania are still bringing in stuff out of the garden. That's thrilling. We're not. We're done. I have finished off all the sweet potatoes. I had my sweet potatoes from our garden curing in the oven. And the last day I pulled them out. I said, I'm done. My husband walks in with a bag of sweet potatoes. Somebody gave him. So we had more sweet potatoes, but I think we're stocked now. And I'm probably going to pull them out and do a canning video on those. Hi, Haggy. Hoogie. I always get wrong.
I need to harvest some collards this weekend.
Oh, I love me some collard greens.
And I'm really hoping my what you call it, rutabagas do form. Because
that would be nice.
The tops, they're showing real good. They're high, but I just hope they're forming.
You know how I like to eat collard greens, and this is going to sound strange, but it tastes so good. Take you a can of kidney beans, cook them with your collards. It really turns out good.
Okay, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's something I made up, but I'm telling you, it's really good. Well, it was the only way I could get my kids to eat greens. I had to put something with them. But they would eat spinach all day long. And you know how I got them to eat spinach? Because I didn't like spinach. I would go to Taco Bell and I would pick up a handful of their taco sauce, and I would absolutely douse the spinach on my plate to cover up the spinach taste. And I'd be over there, this is so good.
Oh, wow.
But now I like spinach, but back then I didn't.
Yeah. I eat spinach almost every day.
So what's going on out there in chat land, y'all? What y'all doing out there? Jamie's Country Living says, that's how I cook. Lots of laugh. Make it up if it sounds good. Dehydrate spinach and hide it in tomato sauce. Absolutely.
Okay.
A matter of fact, I had planned on picking up some frozen spinach and dehydrating it, because then I could skip the, having to blanch it. So I was going to do that and have that powder on hand. I have to watch my greens because I have a blood clotting disorder, and it's a fast blood clotting disorder. So I have to watch that vitamin K. Black Money Corp, welcome in. We're so glad that you're here. This is a new buddy I found online. I really enjoyed watching him. Him, her. Are you a he or a she? I think it was a he. I actually found a couple of stock channels. I was shocked, and I really enjoyed watching them. One of them was about Amazon, stocks on Amazon. I said, I need to learn about doing stocks, but I've never even tried. Well, I take that back. When I worked in the bank, we had to pick stocks and have a stock plan when I worked in the bank many years ago. Yeah, I think it's a guy. Working on my material for my live tonight. Okay, Trent. I'll try to remember to be there. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time.
8:30.
8:30. Okay. Yeah, there are hundreds of stock channels. I'm just now beginning to find them. I think it's because I hooked up with the Stock Explorer Nora, and now I'm starting to see other ones.
Yeah, Nora was the first one I ran across when I first got on YouTube.
Yeah, I really enjoy hers. Hey, Nora, I got the yarn. I've been yarned by you and Garden State Gardener, and I love it. I'm going to have to do something special with that yarn. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it.
She says some are scammy.
Yeah, some are scammy. And Vinny says, I've been buying physical silver and gold, God's currency. And Hoogie says, my RA and 401k are the only stocks I have, and I'm lax on following them. Yeah. I lost my 401k when I left the bank. Well, I didn't lose it. They actually refunded it to me. I was surprised that they did that at that time. And that was back in the early 90s.
I switched mine over to CD.
Yeah, but the interest rates have been awful. I've been looking at the CDs too, and I'm like, they've been awful. Yeah, slowly acquiring silver. That was Hoogie. The Hoogies. Well, y'all, what else is going on out there in YouTube land? Y'all got anything good going on?
Nothing really been interesting lately.
Well, I know we had an interesting talk on Tarsha's live the other day. That was really good.
Oh yeah, about the mental health.
Yeah. We all need that. We all need to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Bounce ideas off one another when we need to, and get help when you need to.
Absolutely.
Randy and I were talking about raw meat and raw potatoes.
Ooh.
I'm like, yeah, it's not my thing.
Not even the raw potatoes.
It's not my thing. Oh, but I got 2 dead dogs over here. I can't believe they're behaving, y'all. Normally they're barking at everything. They're over here passed out.
I get my new puppy on December the 10th. I fly to Maryland to fly my baby back.
Oh,
German Shepherd.
Shepherds are a wonderful dog. I had one many, many years ago, and very easy to train, very intelligent, very loving, and very protective.
That's what I want.
Hoogie, yes, you can dehydrate celery. You need to blanch it first. And I blanch it for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then you put it out on your trays and dehydrate it 12 to 24 hours, depending on what temperature you're going at. Don't tell me that. Jamie says I might have jinxed myself. No.
Many pots and pans. That is too funny.
Yeah, the lady on the right is calm and sweet.
I am. As long as you don't mess with me and my babies, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hoogie says it's going to drop down to 30 degrees this weekend. Yep. No problem, Hoogie. I've actually dehydrated celery and turned it into celery powder, which works really good with seasonings, when you want to mix seasonings. So that's how I use it. But I also have some dehydrated celery on hand too, just to toss in soups or dressing, because we got Thanksgiving right around the corner, y'all. 2 weeks. Gee whiz. I'm kind of glad to see 2022 get behind us. I'm kind of afraid of what 2024 is going to bring us, though.
Yep, if we can make it through this, maybe it'll be okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. But I need to get in my kitchen and organize and write down everything that we have in the house in stock, just to kind of get an idea of how I can meal plan from that. Because I really want to do a meal. I'd like to try a meal plan for a month and then try to stretch it to 12 months. And that way I don't even have to worry about what's for dinner tonight and rack my brain. I can just go look at the calendar and say, oh, yeah, we're supposed to have this tonight.
I so wish I could do that. That's goals.
That's my goal.
Because I don't know what we're going to eat for dinner. I ain't did jack today.
I pulled out hamburger meat and I said spaghetti, because that's usually what I do on live night. Mm-hmm. It's either spaghetti or I do some kind of hamburger helper.
Right.
And last night we had hot dogs with homemade chili sauce on it. It was really good.
Yeah. I know we ate beef stew for a couple of days I had made.
Oh, yeah, soup season. My husband knows spaghetti and chili, you're going to eat that for days. There's just no way around it. Hoogie says, my chickens have been spoiled closing out the garden than pumpkins and apples. Absolutely. We went to the Amish community because my pumpkins fizzled out and bought our chickens some pumpkins. So they carved all those pumpkins before they had the pumpkin carving contest. Those pumpkins were demolished. And they do love apple cores and apple peelings and all kinds of things. Benny, pots and pans, God always provides. Yes, he absolutely does. He always provides.
Absolutely.
I can tell you over and over again how many times he's provided for us. Absolutely. I still can't get over Vinny's about the Glock pistol sign on your wall, Tarsha. You're just so calm.
I like keeping people off balance. That's what people, like the criminals, used to look at me and they be like, can't figure you out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hoogie, congratulations. Honey, that's awesome. Well, where'd it go? There it is.
That's a blessing. Amen.
Yes. Cancer-free. Praise the Lord for that. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Yes.
That's an awesome feeling too.
Absolutely. Walking out of there dancing.
Yep. And keep praying and, doing what you need to do to keep it that way. So I think a lot of the cancers and stuff comes from what all they put in the foods and in the environment. I really and truly do. We did not see this years ago like we're seeing it today.
That's what they say about the autoimmune environmental.
Yeah. Yeah. She said, I've been a long haul, so it's a relief waiting for one more blood test result. Well, honey, we're going to pray that that result comes back clear too, and that you never have to go through that again.
Absolutely.
Because I've seen too many people in my family, people that I know, and it's a struggle. It truly is, and it can weigh hard on your heart. Deanna said, hallelujah.
Hey, Deanna.
Okay, Benny. Benny says, once my service boiler dude is done, I'm going to join the panel if it's okay with you. Of course it is. And look at the cute kitty cat. Yeah, we're gonna definitely keep you in prayers, Hoogie, because that is awesome. And praise the Lord, be in our sock feet dancing for you. We'll be doing the Snoopy dance. I'm missing Bonnie. My Faith and Feathers has not come in. I don't know. I think she got something else maybe came up, or she just didn't catch it that we weren't doing the live yesterday.
Her cat, Yum Yum.
Yum Yum. I like that name for a cat.
Me too. Yum Yum.
Yeah, we always say mahama hamel to our animals when we feed them. Mahama hamel is to eat in the Ukrainian language, and that's our landlady was Ukrainian up in New York, and she would always tell her cat. She named the cat Pusa, for pussycat, and she'd say Pusa, Mahama, and that cat would come running.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, y'all. I have been hurting so bad the last few days, and this is just such a relief to be able to sit down and relax for a few minutes and enjoy spending time with everybody. And I really enjoy getting to know everybody. So y'all make sure you're dropping that word hillbilly in the chat so everybody can connect with one another. Because I know we have at least 3, maybe 4 new people in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Hugo Homestead.
Grow your audience, y'all. Grow your audience. Grow them friendships. Yes, you are a very beautiful girl, young lady. I have to call you young lady because I'm kind of old.
Not that much older, maybe.
Oh, I think I am.
I'm hitting on 50 door.
I'm 60, so yeah, I'm a few years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't know what was going to happen when I turned 60. I didn't even think I was going to see 60, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I never thought I would. But the aches and pains and everything on your body is moving further and further southward. And you have to know that God has a sense of humor. You really do. And you get hair in spots that you never had hair. And you lose hair in spots where you've had hair.
That is too funny. Yeah.
And then I always tell people, you don't think God has a sense of humor? Look at the person standing next to you, for goodness sake.
Right.
Thank you, Nora. I appreciate that.
Vinny Pots and Pan said her cat chases black bears up the trees here.
Wow. More cat.
That's a strong, brave cat.
Absolutely. I hadn't seen any black bears since I left New York. We had black bears up there. I think they were black.
Yeah, they down here too.
Well, they're over in East Tennessee in the mountain area, but we don't have them in West Tennessee. At least we don't think we do. Mm-hmm. We do have black panthers here, though. Ooh. And we have cougars. Yeah. I've seen a black panther on our road, and I've seen it a couple of other places in South Jackson. Mm-hmm. And they usually don't bother people too much. Mm. Yeah, Benny Pots and Pans. Age is just a number.
I'm today years old.
I'm today years old. And Hoogie, my knee cracks like a glow stick when I stand up. Absolutely.
And they
when my foster dad was taking chemotherapy and radiation, I called him my little glowworm. And I would sing the glowworm song to him. He got so tickled about it. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to boost his spirit. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. But he was a trooper, though. He never once complained.
Yeah. While I was out walking this morning, I was telling my walking buddy, I said, I got to walk around this pine straw because that's how I broke my ankle and fractured my leg. Maybe 2008. I don't know how long that been, but 14 years.
Oh, my goodness.
My ankle just swooped all the way around.
Oh, my goodness. That's no fun.
Not at all.
My husband came home from work one day and was out in the backyard walking with the dog and hit a hole out there and broke his kneecap. Oof. So I walk with a cane all the time. I'm looking at the ground. He never looks at the ground. Well, he does now, but right. Because we got possums and we got armadillo and they dig holes, and he fell in one of those. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it was pretty deep. I'm like, you didn't see that hole?
Yeah, that scares me there. I look at the ground all the time now.
And I was standing in the kitchen looking out the window, talking to my daughter on the phone, and I just happened to look, and he was crawling. I told my daughter, I said, I got to let you go. We got to figure out what's going on with Dad because he's on the ground. And that
Scary.
was scary.
Yeah, very scary.
Deanna said, someone asked me one time how old I was. I told him I'm almost perfect. I'm being perfected. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Benny has something very important to say. I like this. I also say when we are born, we look like our parents, and when we die, we look like our decisions. Absolutely. Hey, Urban.
Hey,
Welcome.
Urban.
I'm sorry if I stepped on your live today, honey, but I didn't know that you had a live today for some reason.
Who had a live?
I think she did.
Urban?
Well, I thought I saw her live.
Yeah. But I'd be telling people I'm so glad I don't look like all the lapse of judgments I had through my 20s and 30s. Because I made a lot of bad decisions.
Oh, I know I did. My first one was my first husband.
Right. That's what I'm talking. Right. Exactly. In the 20s and then the second one in the 30s.
Hey, Nana 9 Acres, welcome me in. We're so glad.
Nana,
Oh, you weren't live today? Okay, well, somebody else had the name Urban in it, and I thought it was you.
Probably Urban Girl.
It might be.
Yeah. But both of those marriages took me through.
Well, I'm on my second marriage now. I met him, I was 38 and he was 28.
Yeah.
So I'm a Puma.
I think I was 24, 26 on my first marriage. Yeah, and 36 on the second. Yeah.
Urban said we all had terrible first husbands. I'm looking for my second one. I wasn't looking for my second one. I was absolutely not looking again. He had ruined it for me.
The third, I just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Hoogie says, I will admit to kissing a few frogs before meeting my prince.
I'm glad you met your prince. Yeah.
And come on. Well,
that's true, Vinny. Pots and pans.
Yeah. We really do start to understand life when we hit 40.
Right.
And then by the time you hit my age, you're like, I'm over it. I'm completely over it.
And it's like it's sad to say, but I was like, I don't need to be validated by nobody. I'm okay being alone. Me and my kids, we are fine without them and always being. So
yeah, well, I keep telling my husband I have now, I said, if you ever decide to leave me, I did fine before you came along. I'll be fine after you go.
Exactly.
But I don't have a jealous bone in my body either. We have a very good marriage relationship.
Right. I'm not a bitter woman. I'm like I told my ex, he'd been blowing my phone up, but he asked me to help him with something. And I said, no. I said, because even though I communicate with you, but I refuse to do I refuse to help you in any way. And he was like, why not? You're still holding on to grudges? I said, no, because if I was holding on to grudges, I wouldn't answer your freaking phone call. I wouldn't be talking to you the way I talk to you. So
yeah, my ex-husband called me one time. His youngest sister has Down syndrome. And he had called me to let me know that she was in the hospital because I was very close to her. I loved that girl. She was so sweet. And he was like, well, what happened in our marriage that our marriage went so bad? I'm sitting here,
you, buddy, you.
I'm not going to go there. I've already forgiven you, so I'm not going there, buddy. So we
Right.
don't want to open up that can of worms again.
Exactly.
But he had been with a girl, and the girl was 15 years younger than him. At the time we were still married, he was 30, the girl was 15. Well,
Mm-hmm.
she's had 3 kids by him, and we've been divorced for years, and he would not marry her.
Mm.
And my daughters had gone to visit him one time, and he had the picture of me in the house telling his other 3 kids I was the mama. So I had to set him straight. And I told him, I said, first of all, you take my picture down and you tell these kids the truth about who their mama is. And I said, second of all, you go down to the Catholic priest and you sign that annulment paper,
Mm-hmm.
because I had filled it out and all he had to do was sign off on it. I said, then you can go and get married again because it's been annulled in the church. You can go to the church and get married. Well, I don't feel right about it and blah, 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 blah. And I said, look, I said, Satan has been too busy putting the wrong people together for too long. And I said, if this girl has stuck with you this long and given you 3 children, by God, you better marry her. I'm going to come kick your butt.
Right.
And she called my daughters up later that day and she says, I don't know what she told him, but tell her I said thank you. And the next week they were married.
Wow. Did you see what Deanna Groom said?
Uh-uh.
Put that. Wow.
I have to find it up here.
That's karma. I'm sorry. I don't want to say that, but yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
Well, my husband that I have now, he went home to find his wife in bed with 2 other men. 2.
Dirty girl. Dirty girl.
Nasty. He says, I packed my bags and hadn't looked back since.
I see it like this. If you have a wife who's dirty, that's dirty, you got to get rid of her.
Absolutely. Parents Eye Photography, welcome in. I see senior citizen fall in love late in life. Absolutely. Look, my sister and brother have a different father than me, and their grandmother remarried at 80. She was on her second husband at 80, and he passed away. And she says, well, if I live to 100, I'll marry again. And she probably would have.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it don't matter your age.
Yeah, we shall see. Vinnie Potts and Pan said, I'm living life wonderful, never married, no kids, praise the Lord, LOL.
You do what you got to do,
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are just greedy, Nora.
Yeah, greedy.
But I mean, it was just, I was like, what? Do what?
Yeah, I had to let go because like the last one, if you get caught with one and then you try to do right for a week or 2 and then you jump to a new one, I'm like, are you serious?
And the funny thing of it is 9 times out of 10, they have a beautiful wife at home.
And the other ones look like scallywags.
Yeah, because that's what happened with my sister's first husband. He left her for something that was a dog.
Right.
Of a person. And my
right.
sister was beautiful. In my eyes, she was beautiful. She still is. And I'm like, why? There's got to be something going on there that's not quite right in the head.
Right. Hey, CNC Farm.
Hey, CNC, welcome in. We're glad you're here. Uh-oh, you got a leaky well? I've been there, done that. That's no fun.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, those leaky wells are something. We had one, the air tank went bad on it. Well, we found out the air tank was like 40 years old. It had never been changed out. It just rusted through. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deanna, 9 times out of 10, the wife has no clue.
But the other women knows about you.
Yeah.
And one woman told me that He said I was his sister. I was like, what? You live with your sister?
Yeah.
I was like, boy, these folks crack me up.
Yep.
Yeah. And this one on the last husband, this one girl apologized. I saw her somewhere and she came up to me and apologized. And she was just a boo-hooing saying her life has been miserable ever since and God is punishing her. Yeah.
Up, they're awake. Coco. Coco.
And I told her, I said, just don't make that mistake again. I sort of felt sorry for her. But I said, don't ever make that mistake again.
Yeah, because these men, there's some real dogs out there, y'all.
And
but women are just as bad as the men are, because there's a lot of women out there that will date a married man in a heartbeat and not even think about it.
True. That is so true.
Not even think about it. Don't care. They're just out for whatever they're getting. They're looking for that sugar daddy. Well, honey, I've been looking for a sugar daddy all my life. Still hadn't found one.
The head has issues. LOL, literally. Yes, dirty issues.
Yes, I do.
Oh, dirty B.
Yep. Betty said this is a comedic joke. Marriage is an institution. They also have jail institutions. Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Joke or not.
Yeah.
But it was a Catholic priest that told me about. He said the devil's been putting marriages together for centuries that should never be put together. And when he said that, it was like a bell went off in my head, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was able to get out of the marriage, but I knew that he had been cheating all along. I had found phone numbers and all kinds of stuff. I had women calling me. I'm like,
yes,
you got 2 kids with me and you're going to do what?
Yes.
I actually told the police department in the town we were living in, I was going to have a reenactment of the burning bed, and that they were all invited. And I said it with a straight face, and I meant every word of it. And the cop looked at me and he says, do it on my day off, please. I really don't want to clean up the mess. So he saved him that day. But I mean, he don't know how bad he treated me, and it was an abusive relationship, and I had never been treated like that growing up.
Yeah. And mine ended up getting, it was verbally and all the infidelities, then it went physical.
Yeah.
The police got called a couple of times, and it really didn't sink in until this one officer had said to me, he's going to kill you, and you need to leave. And that's what woke me up. And it was like he was teary-eyed when he said it, because when they came, I was passed out. That's how hard I got hit.
Oh my goodness.
I was passed out. My son called, but I was literally passed out. And the officer told me, and he had tears and, teary-eyed, and he was like, you have to leave or this man is going to kill you.
I understand. And LB, I understand that. You take care of your mom. Parents Eye Photography says, wait, I was a dummy boy too, but girl made it all possible. Yeah, we are, when we're young, we are young and dumb. Right. I'm not going to say the rest of it, but you know what I'm saying. We were young and dumb. My first husband was mentally, physically, abusive. And then on top of that, he was a closet alcoholic and a drug addict. So all of that combined. And the day I left him, my daughter had a friend spending the night. They were upstairs asleep. And he came into the apartment and he was demanding food stamps from me. Now, look, we're raising 2 kids. This man could not hold a job. And I told him no. And he had me in a chokehold in my kitchen, and my girls saw it. Mm-hmm. And he walked out the door. Well, he stormed out the door, And I had a bag already packed underneath the cabinet in the kitchen, and I walked out the door behind him and went straight to the police department. Because the first time he did this, they did not have a battered women's shelter to go to. We went to a battered women's shelter, and it took forever for me to get full custody of the kids, to go through all that. And I wouldn't go back to the apartment until I did. And the day I went back, they changed the locks on my apartment and the building. And he still harassed me. Those little paper things that they give you in the court don't mean anything if the police don't back it up.
Yeah, I had got a restraining order. This guy was ex-Marine. He had PTSD and he's a narcissistic. That's why I kept trying to say the word yesterday and you helped me out. But yeah. I felt relief after that.
Well, my first husband, we all had to go for mental evaluations. Well, his came back, and pretty much the judge, was reading all this information off, and it was just like I was in abnormal psychology, and I already knew. I already knew what he was. But he had some mental issues, but his mental issues was brought on by an abusive father. And so, I can't lay all the blame on him because I saw for myself how his father treated him. Woman Outdoors says that woman that was shot the other day because they didn't have any bail for him, so sad, right in front of her children. That is awful. That is absolutely awful.
Who shot her? A stranger?
Or probably somebody she was with. That's what it sounds like. That is just so sad.
It is.
We had a family down in Memphis. All the family was killed over something stupid. People, we talked about the mental illness part of it, but, it's also, it was the ex-husband. Yeah. We had a lady up in New York that was a teacher, and she taught kindergarten. And her ex-husband followed her to work and shot her in front of all those kids.
Right. And you hear about a lot of people going into nail salons, spas, shooting it up where their mate works. So that's why I carry everywhere I go. Because if somebody come through that door and I see a gun, I'm taking them out because I refuse to die.
Yeah, she had a PFA against him, but they let him out. Yeah, that happens all too often. One of the reasons I will not watch the Super Bowl is because that's the day that most women are abused in this country. It's sad, but it's true.
It is. And we're hunted daily, every day, every minute.
Benny wants us to talk positive vibes. Sometimes we have to talk serious stuff, though.
So it can open people's minds up to understand, because a lot of people are going through and we never know that they're going through. But once they hear somebody talking about it and they be like, you know what? I deserve better. I need to get out.
Yeah.
But we'll cut it short soon.
When I went to court, the last time I had sent in a certified letter to the courthouse and told them I was moving back to Memphis because my dad was sick and I had to take my children with me. I wasn't going to leave them behind. And I had it was certified and it went through the court. Next thing I know, my ex-husband and his dad were showing up at my daughter's school with a order giving them custody of my children because I had left the country. This is how they got this order.
Wow.
So my kids ended up in juvenile court because of him. And the judge down here told us that there wasn't anything he could do. I had to go to court in New York to settle it. So I had to get a lawyer, and I had to get there and back. And my parents paid for me to go. It was over $3,000 just for the lawyer. Got up there, and the judge is telling me, well, you should have never taken the kids without permission and blah, 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 blah. And I said, hold up, Judge. I said, look in that file, because I sent in a certified letter that was signed by somebody in your office stating why I took my children. And he went in there and he pulled it out. He says, oh, he says, it is in here. So he says, well, guess what, Mr. Williams? This file, this order that I signed for you is no longer valid because she has full custody because you came into this court and lied. He lied and told him I went to Colombia. At the time, I had been dating somebody from Colombia. So he told him that I had left the country with my children, but he went to Memphis, Tennessee to pull them out of school with his father. And both of them almost ended up in jail. It was funny. It was really funny.
Wow.
Yeah, Vinny, when you walk with Jesus and God, no need to worry. But, you know, we still have to live this earthly life, and we have to deal with earthly issues.
Right.
Hey, we do that.
And that's the same when it comes to making sure you have food for situations. He wants you to do your part, and he'll do his part. He just don't want you walking around like, okay, everything's going to be taken care of, because it's not like that. That's how I see it. You know, somebody else may see it differently, but that's just my view. God wants you to do your part.
Always wants us to do our part. But he also wants the man in our life to do their part and be the right person. Yeah, we can't control what others do, but we can control what we do and how we handle it. And I had to think about my children, you know. I was absolutely removing them from an abusive situation because I did not want them to think that that was the way life was for the rest of their life.
Right.
And, you know, when you're a parent and you love your children, you always put them first.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to get on some not so heavy topics. I think we've gone over some heavy stuff here. Yeah. But mental illness is real. We have a lot of mental illness in our community. And Tarsha had a really good live the other day. Y'all need to go back and watch it because it's worth rewatching. A lot of good information was given. And it's a topic that is very near and dear to my heart because I've dealt with it in my own family.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. But we absolutely cannot control anybody else and what they do, but we control what we do. And I do believe that God will remove people from your life for a reason, just like he puts them in your life for a reason. I've seen that happen many, many times. And I try not to look back. Well, hang on a minute. Why is it popping up? Yeah. I've seen, you know, when I was in that battered women's shelter, I've seen women that were beaten within an inch of their life with small children.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really hard, but you will, if you persevere, and you will persevere if you're doing what God wants you to do. And I do believe God wanted me out of that marriage. I have no doubt in my mind because I could just imagine what I'd be today if I was still in it.
Oh, yes. Dead.
Yeah.
I know I would be dead.
And Deanna has been married with her second husband 23 years. Congratulations, Deanna.
It's a blessing.
That is a milestone, honey. That is a milestone.
And Paris Eye Photography said he agreed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do what's the best thing for you, but you also got to, if you got children, you have to think about them first.
Yep.
You know, I still love my first husband. That love never went away. But I don't have to condone what he did, and I don't have to go back to it. And the funny thing is his mother was sitting at the dinner table with me, and we were talking, and I told her, what he was doing. She says, "Oh, honey, you're a woman. You can handle this." And I looked at her and I said, "It's not the fact that I can handle it. It's that I don't have to handle it. I don't have to put up with that."
Yeah.
So, well, you said marriage for better or worse. Yeah, but better or worse does not mean getting my butt beat for no reason and not having food on the table for my children, not having a roof over our head half the time, moving constantly. None of that stuff was in that agreement. If he was a man of God, he would have done what he was supposed to be. He would have sheltered me like Christ shelters the church. And he did not. So it was not a good marriage.
That's true.
Yeah. But my second husband, God bless him because he is a good man. He's a God-fearing man, and he does shelter me. And he loves my children like they were his. And he's always treated them like that. So, there are good men out there, ladies. Don't think that all of them are bad.
Right.
There are some good men out there. And I wasn't looking. When he found me, I was in church. I was where God wanted me to be. And I literally was not looking. He asked me out on a date, and I was like, well, I'll go out to lunch with you. And my foster sister and her husband came along, and my kids came along. And then my kids went back home with them, and I went on the ride of my life. He was a tow truck driver at the time.
Randy.
And I've been holding on for dear life ever since.
Randy said he's taken. Sorry. Randy, he seems like a very good husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a hard-working man. CNC Farm said husband came from an abusive alcoholic family. His dad beat his mom up so bad, put her into labor. He was killed in a car crash when hubby was 6. So karma got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like using the word karma. I say God got him because that's what it is. God got him.
Yeah.
God says, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord."
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what going through that did for me was it made me a tough person. I may not look tough to y'all, but I have stood up to drug dealers. I have stood up to all kinds of things because I know that when you back down and cower away, they think you're weak. But when you stand up for yourself, they know that they're messing with the wrong person, and they usually back off.
Mm-hmm. Paris Our Photography said, "And some bad men can be changed. Ask me how I know." That's all.
Absolutely.
So you was bad, Paris Our Photography. You was bad.
Jesus can change anybody. And y'all know, to this day, I still pray for the salvation of my first husband.
Mm-hmm.
I still pray for that. He was raised in a Catholic church, but he doesn't know the Lord like he should.
Yeah.
But, God can get a hold of people right before they die.
Right.
He had a brother that was sexually abusing his siblings. And sexually abused my children. I wasn't present, during that time. I was not present when he had visitation. And my kids would not tell me, but I knew something was going on. And, I was begging the court, please don't send them back. Please don't send them back. And the judge pretty much told me in the state of New York, they could be in prison on death row and I would still have to send my children because that's how liberal they are up there. And it was crazy. But his brother died in a house fire. And it's a horrible way to die. And to this day, it just reminds me, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. God will take care of the situation. And it's not always a pleasant ending when you're doing the wrong thing.
Right.
Won't back down, Tom Petty. Yeah. Yeah. And being a woman, you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you carry on because you have to put that roof over the kids and you have to put food on the table for them and take care of them when the man is absent from the house. And that is something in this country that we need to change. The men need to step up and be men.
Yeah.
I can tell I'm getting too heavy. All right, y'all. Y'all give me a topic to talk about so we're not talking heavy stuff anymore. That Tom Petty thing, though. I keep thinking of this. I can't remember the group that sang it, but another one, Bites the Dust.
Another one.
Yeah.
I remember that song.
I'm dating myself again. Let's talk about food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Candy Dudette. I just want to welcome Candy Dudette in. I don't think I did a while ago, but if I did, I'm doing it again. Oh, it was by Queen. Yeah. Go ahead, Tarsha.
I was just telling somebody I'm so tired of looking at people making bread meals because it's like tempting me, but I've been staying strong.
I think I started something with the chicken and dumplings, LB. I'll definitely be there, though. I want to see how you make them because everybody makes them different. And I love me some chicken and dumplings. I vote for food.
Vinnie Potts and Pan said in this time they want women to be men and men to be women.
Yep.
True.
We have surpassed the women's liberation movement. The Candy Naba has a collab. Okay. I don't know anything about her collaboration, so you'll have to elaborate.
Yeah, I love chicken and dumplings too.
Hey, where to begin, Homestead? Welcome in.
Hi, where to begin, Homestead?
Yeah, my husband says, I don't know what you did to these dumplings, but they're really good. Because I don't normally do the flat dumplings. I do drop dumplings. I'm lazy. They taste the same to me. Woman Outdoors says she's going to hit up Taco Bell. Her mama's worn her out cleaning.
Y'all got a Maryland's fried chicken down there, Nora? The Maryland fried chicken here is disgusting. It used to be the bomb back in the days, but it is disgusting.
Yeah, I want me some Nashville hot chicken. That's some good stuff. It's juicy. It is spicy, but it's juicy. And it's not, the seasoning's done right. I mean, it's not real salty or anything. I love it.
She said, yes, it smells like grease. It be old grease, but I haven't been in there in years, but I hear people talking about it. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, we still got a KFC here.
I'm in Georgia.
Yeah. And KFC went up on their box deals. I was upset. They went up $1 and took away the cookie.
I stopped buying chicken in places, but I eat some pot pies from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that's good too. Now
Yeah.
I made my own fried chicken seasoning, and because I'm trying to do low carb, I'll just use the seasoning
Mhm.
on the chicken and do it in the skillet um, with a little bit of butter, and it comes out so much better than trying to do it in the oven. I was like, told my husband the other day, I said, I'm going to start cooking my meat in the skillet again.
Right.
But it turned out really good, and I don't think I've put out that recipe yet for that fried chicken seasoning, so I'll try to remember to do that sometime in the future.
Yeah, Church's chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, Church's chicken used to be good, but not anymore.
I always hated it. It was so greasy.
Yeah,
And then watching people get them peppers and squeeze the pepper juice on it, I'm like, ew.
we
The
had
biscuits were greasy.
we had Pirtle's fried chicken down in Memphis, and that was the chicken Daddy always brought home on for Sunday dinners. Mama would be in the kitchen anyway because she'd make all kinds of sides to go with it,
Hmm.
and we always had that Pirtle's fried chicken. That was good.
But it was a place where my land is in this small city. I think it's called Chick King. Now they were good when I was younger.
LB said they went to Waffle House yesterday and it was good.
Yeah, I stopped doing Waffle House, Huddle House. I stopped doing all them places.
We
But it
don't have
was good back in the days. It was.
we don't have any good restaurants in Jackson anymore. Hey, the Sand Van, welcome in, welcome
Hey,
in.
the Sand Van.
I think you're new here too.
Oh, that's nice where to begin, Homestead.
Okay, it's a November soup spectacular. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos popped up. So that's going to be really nice. And they're giving away a crock pot. That's awesome.
Yeah. Is Vinny Pots and Pans, you still in here? What do you cook for yourself since you're single? Hey, Barb's Country Home.
And the Sand Van's from Australia. Welcome in. That's a long distance welcome in.
Right.
I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to check out some of the stuff that they cook down there. I see all these cooks online and I'm like, yum.
November
Okay.
4th.
Yeah, we're going to check out that. I'm going to put your comment up so everybody can see it. It's on their community tab, and the soup will be on the November the 24th. That is awesome.
And Women Outdoors is the 16th.
Yep. I can't keep up with all these collaborations going on right now, y'all. There's just so many of them. And I have to turn down a few of them that wanted me to participate because literally I did two the last time that overlapped and it just blew my mind. I couldn't concentrate.
I'm supposed to be doing a keto one right now. Yeah.
I'm going to be doing 12 days of cookies.
Ooh, that's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing butter cookies. That's what I told them, but I think there's 4 different channels doing butter cookies, so I may do something different.
Mm-hmm.
But
thank you, Barb.
I love me some butter cookies. And the recipe I use is the Memphis City School recipe.
Delicious.
Yep.
That's so sweet, Barb's Country Home. Thank you.
Yeah, she's got cute dimples, don't she?
Those ain't dimple, them fat rolls.
I used to have dimples.
them jaws. Them jaws up here. Yeah.
And Candy Dudette says she's having some uh, I think she means Chef Boyardee and toast before work. Are you guys doing keto? No, I do a low carb, high glycemic index.
I'm doing keto. I'm a month in. Today made a month.
And where to begin? Homestead's also in the 12 days of cookies. Make snickerdoodles. I've never made snickerdoodles. And a candy collab, Christmas collab. Oh my.
The Christmas collab. Wow.
I make a lot of candy at Christmas time. Maybe I need to get in that one. I do a lot of candy and I give it away. So we're not eating it.
I feel good, the stock explorer. Yeah. I'm surprised and proud of myself. I haven't had any bread and no sugar. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that was my weakness. That's what pack on pounds is, bread. Because I would eat bread and nothing else all day. Bread and drink water.
Yep.
Bread and water.
Guilty over here. I use monk fruit sweetener, and I'm telling you that stuff is great because it tastes like sugar, looks like sugar. You can bake with it. 0 calories, 0 carbs.
Because when I was sick, I dropped 25 pounds while I was sick. But then after that, I done dropped maybe 15 to 20 more from being on keto.
Yeah. Deanna wants me to make banana nut cookies. I'm actually leaning towards wedding cookies. I like the little wedding cookies. They're little simple cookies.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Just like Julia Roberts say, big mistake.
Yeah. And where to begin? Said they give their candy away at Christmas too. It does make great gifts. The kids always love it. And you know what started me on it was my aunt when I was a kid made homemade divinity every year.
Oh, I love that.
And she would make me a box of different candies in there, but I always remember the divinity. Mm-hmm. And I learned how to make divinity. My mother never could, but I learned how to do it. And I'm like, this is a candy to go with. So
I grew up in the town of, you heard of the candy company called Stuckey's? That's that old-fashioned candy. I grew up in a town where they had the factory. And we used to eat divinity with pecans in it. And pecan rolls and stuff. I grew up eating that and eating bread and biscuits and peanut brittle and tea cakes, all that.
Yep.
And I got an air fryer, but I do a lot of sauteing and baking.
Yep.
Paris, and I eat cheese, but not too much. Barb. But keto, I know where to begin was asking about what is keto. It's high protein, high fat, and very low carb diet.
Yeah, LB wants to remind the vets out there that there will be tons of free food for y'all tomorrow. And all you have to do is show your ID.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And I think that's awesome that they do that for our veterans. Absolutely. And if you see a veteran out there, tell them thank you for, their service to our country. Because without them, we wouldn't have the freedoms that we have in this country.
So true. So true.
Where to begin? Homestead grew up near Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now, I'm a chocoholic, and that I've never got to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, but if I was still up north, I'd make sure that was on my list of things to do.
And Stuckey's made Goo clusters too. You heard of the Goo clusters?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they had all kinds of candy. Yeah.
I remember the paydays. There was one that was covered with white chocolate, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a nougat-filled candy bar. It was so good back in the day.
You on keto, Women Outdoors? How's it going, and how long you been on it? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to make meals keto, because it gets frustrating when you're trying to figure out what's the recipes to do, and I'll be watching Tom Garvey Keto Cook and Sheena Keto
Yeah.
Life and Alan and Mike.
I can take a keto recipe though and turn it into something high carb real quick. Oh my Lord. Uh, I did one the other day though that was pretty good. It was a hamburger quiche that was really good, and it tasted good. But then I started adding stuff to it, y'all. You know,
Barb's husband lost 100 pounds.
yeah, that's awesome.
So no noodles on keto unless you use the um egg life wraps and you cut them in strips to make noodles.
Or you use zucchini. Get you one of those little things to make the zucchini noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good. You
Vinny
don't
Pop
know.
said he's here. Oh, the boiler guy's wrapping up. I'll come up in 15 minutes.
The stock at poor LB ain't playing. Yeah, we got to get the weight off, y'all. We eat everything we have in the store is high carb. Everything.
Yeah, the good fats. Yeah, I use just butter or olive oil, which is iffy, but olive oil is what I use, or sometimes grapeseed oil.
I use grapeseed oil, olive oil, butter, and coconut oil. And I do have some vegetable oil.
Mm-hmm.
Some things you just have to have vegetable oil in it, you know.
Right.
But I try to stay, and I use Crisco, y'all, when I fry foods. Yeah.
We have some for emergency, if we ever need that later down the line, but I don't use that.
Yeah.
Barb, I'm sorry, Barb. I haven't mailed anybody anything back because I ended up getting sick, and I'm so sorry. But I will mail it out to you. My sticker and stuff, I will. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. The candy bar that I was talking about with the white chocolate.
0.
0.
It was in a gray package. It was
Yes.
in a gray wrapper. Yeah. Women Outdoors lost 50 pounds so far.
Wow.
Can you see your weight loss? Because I can't see mine, but other people see it. I can't see it. I still be like, you glob. Yeah, but I don't see it.
Hey, Baker, welcome in. I didn't see you come in the house.
Hey,
Uh,
Baker.
I do use my bacon fat, um, especially because we don't know if we're going to be able to get the oils and stuff. So I've been saving my bacon fat.
Yeah. You got to lose weight too, Parasite. See, I don't like to cook, but I have to cook because of my kids. But they don't eat what I eat. Yeah. So it's rough trying to come up with a meal plan for me.
LB said they didn't make bacon scented lotion. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to knock down about 60 more pounds, and I'll be happy. But I don't see my weight loss already. I don't.
You can tell in your face. Normally, it's in your face first. Of course, I've got the double and triple chin going on.
That normally be it for me is I see it in my face, but I don't see, and I'm thinking it's the steroids they pump me with. You get the moon cushiony face with steroids, and when they pump it through your veins, it's even more powerful than just taking a pill. And I'm thinking that my face is still puffy due to the steroids. Yeah.
Well, I had a steroid shot a couple of months ago. Well, about a month ago. And then I had steroid creams that I was putting on this rash. And I noticed that I'm getting all this.
Gotta do it too. Yeah.
But now that I know where the rash came from, we're able to deal with it better.
The stock explorer said, LB, you trying to get chased by a bear.
Yeah. Yep. Parrots photography says I was sick for 2 weeks and lost 7 pounds.
They were waiting outside in the car.
Wow. Yeah, when I had the Cavovo, I lost 20 pounds, y'all.
Yeah, I never had it, but while I was sick, I lost 25, and that was within a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sick for literally over a month.
Yeah. Now I've gained about 10 pounds back since I had that. And I've been trying desperately to get it back off, and it's just not going off. It's like I could starve myself and still be fat. I really and truly believe that.
Yeah.
Don't let me walk by a bakery at all and look because I gain weight.
It's called the Car Manager Free app. I got to look that one up because you was using in the past the My Fitness Pal.
Yeah, I still go to my Fitness Pal and put recipes in.
I want some wings right now. Yeah.
Yeah, them wings gotten expensive though.
10 pounds a month, so you won't put it back on.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
and
I use the keto strips.
Candy Dudette says the keto I lost, but I had brain fog with it. Doc wants me on the do Mediterranean. Mediterranean is actually healthier for you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fish eater, y'all. That's my downfall. I have never cared for fish. I eat the mystery fish sticks occasionally, but don't put me a sole or some other kind of fish on a plate and hand it to me to eat. I get sick. I can't eat it. I can eat the shellfish. The shellfish are fine, but I cannot eat, just the fishy fish, the swimmy fish.
Where to begin?
Yeah, so I'm taking 4,000 units of fish oil a day. That's
Wow.
what my heart doctor wanted me to take.
What is cod liver oil? Because they used to make us drink cod liver oil growing up.
It's a codfish oil, I would think. And actually, that's supposed to be one of the ones that helps with the inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
which I need to be taking. Well, it's supposed to help with the neuropathy because I have polyneuropathy in both legs. So that's supposed to help with that. So I'm gonna. That was one of them. I think that they were mentioning that needed to be added.
Growing up, we all had to get us a spoonful, and it was nasty. Yeah. Somebody was on a keto collab and lost 7 pounds. Where to begin?
Yeah, Baker makes a good point. During a famine, only the overweight will survive. That's true because your body's packed on all that body fat.
Yeah.
And LB says once your fat adapted, you can bring up more carbs. The strips stop working, so don't depend on them.
Hold on, let me see that. I didn't see that one. Once your fat adapted, you can bring up more carbs. The strips stop working, so don't depend on them. Because mine keeps saying I'm in the dark purple maroon color.
Yeah. She said take krill oil. It's pretty good. I've had krill oil in the past, and it is pretty good.
What is krill oil?
It's from the krill fish.
Oh, okay.
But I take 4,000 units of fish oil every day. I had to work my way up to it because it was so hard. And when I first started doing it, I was belching that fish oil, and I hated that.
Yeah, that's how that cod liver oil was too. But 10 pounds a month is what you should be doing. Yeah, ketosis. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at one point I was stuck. I think it was last week I was stuck and I was like, but it's saying I'm in ketosis, but I wasn't losing any weight.
The krill is the little fishes that whales love.
Oh, okay.
They're like tiny shrimp. Okay. I'm learning about fish anyway.
Yeah.
Look, I have tried doing alkaline water. Um, I tried all kinds of things to try to get my body in the right pH
Uh-huh.
to keep me from getting sick, and I could never get it down to the 7.0 you're supposed to be at, I would either be too high or too low, too high or too low. So I finally gave up. And I can tell my pH because I have the test strips, so I can check myself all the time.
Carb manager app. Make sure keto.
Yeah, they need a really good keto / carb app because they both kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's really hard when you're a diabetic to lose weight anyway. That's why I'm struggling, is because I'm a diabetic.
My mom's a diabetic, but she's losing weight. Yeah, she's losing the weight, but it is a little harder, but she's doing it.
And then you have that belly hang when you're so overweight like I was. You have the belly hang. Yeah, the diabetes, y'all, it's nothing to play with.
Yeah, I have a few friends that are my age that has diabetes, and I'm like, wow.
Well, it runs on both
Yeah.
sides of my family, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, my daughters, I think my oldest one has it. I don't know if she has been checked or not, but I know my youngest one does.
Yeah, my autoimmune and my back problems are the only things I have to deal with. And my doctors, whenever I get my yearly blood work, and they be like, for you to be heavy, you healthy on the inside. But somebody said it'll catch up with you later if you keep eating them sweets.
Yep. And
So
junk food.
yeah, so I decided I'm gonna just stop, eating sweets and sugar.
Yeah, a lot of the YouTube friends out here have diabetes. And I really try to watch it. And y'all, I have been off my shots. I Right now I'm going about 3 days a week where my blood sugar is in the normal range, and I do not have to take my shots. Um, and then it'll spike on me, just out of the blue. It'll spike, and I'll have to start them over again.
Right.
But my A1C was 6.9 the last time I went, which is really good. I'm so proud. I'm under 7,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to work my way off of it. I don't like taking the shots. It's dangerous anyway because I am a fast clotter. So every time you take a shot, you're taking a chance.
Stock Floor said many of our YouTube friends have diabetes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Deanna says I could lose weight if they ban potato chips. I eat the pork rinds. Pork rinds it's fat.
It's keto friendly.
It's keto. It's also diabetic friendly. You're not. There's no carbs in it.
I eat it. I've been munching on that for that crunchiness.
Yep. Because you crave crunchy. I eat a lot of boiled eggs because it's a protein, and that's also keto.
And Woman Outdoors says she was pre-diabetic and had high blood pressure before keto, and the only thing she take now is B12.
Yep.
It's amazing. Do you eat bacon? Because I ate bacon and my blood pressure went up when I went to the doctor that morning. I ate bacon. And so I said, I'm gonna have to not eat no bacon.
Well, pork and salt will raise your blood pressure.
Yeah. So I just stopped eating the bacon for the protein.
Yeah.
If I do eat it, it'll be like one strip, and part of it I cut up to put in like my cauliflower rice, because I got that recipe from Tom Garvey Keto, where he put bacon pieces in his keto rice to flavor it up.
Yeah. Cheese is not good for diabetics. Milk products, because it's got carbs in it. And I didn't know that. And I drink milk every day, and my daughter's like, Mom, that's probably why your sugar levels are so high. Don't drink it at night. So
Mm-hmm.
now I've drank my milk earlier in the day. But when I made the hamburger quiche, I added
Mm-hmm.
cheese to the top of it and sour cream, and my sugar went up that night. And I knew that's why it did that.
And I just watched a video of somebody using crushed pork rinds to coat fried foods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Hey, Rita.
hey Rita.
I got to go check out her possum pie.
Addicted to the crunch. Yes, Candy, do that.
Yes, Rita, you can rest now. Y'all, Rita's going to be giving away a quilt on November the 16th. You need to send a birthday card to her. She's a birthday girl.
I sent a birthday gift. I don't know if I'm in the drawing.
You're in the drawing. She put you in the drawing.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's using your bag to do the drawing from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she's got 2 beautiful quilts, so she's going to give away one of them. And they are gorgeous. And I wish I could sit down long enough to finish a quilt.
We used to use castor oil too back in the days, Paris Eye Photography. I don't know what they used to give it to us for.
It might have been castor oil that I was thinking of, not the cod liver oil.
We had both. I remember cod liver.
Yeah. One of the 2 oils was for the neuropathy. And I was like, I need to get that. And I was watching some doctor on YouTube. And he was going through all this stuff about the neuropathy and things that you should be taking. Well, I'm taking everything but that. And that might be the one thing that's missing.
Yeah. Thank you, Rita.
She says she's been working on a new cow pen, and she's too old for that. I know the feeling.
But it's cute seeing you out there in the fields.
Yes, you're going to go to Rita's page and find her video on the drawing, and she has her address in there, and you send her a birthday card. That's how she's going to do the drawing. Okay, Vinny, I'm going to drop the link for you so when you get back, you can find it.
Yeah. I got this, Rita, you're going to drive me crazy with all these cakes and whoopie pies. And it's like your channel pops up all the time with all these different cakes. I'm baking a cake for my hubby. I'm baking this for my grandbabies. I'd be like, oh my God.
And she's so skinny.
Right. Me looking at it, I'm gaining 15 to 20 pounds.
And some of them I could just taste it through the screen. I got drool running down my face.
Right. I'm like, oh my gosh.
She says, I love food. Don't we all?
You have a blessed day, woman outdoors, and be safe out there.
Yeah, don't wait too long to send that card out because that 16th is just around the corner.
Yeah, 6 days.
Yep. Get that card in there. Maybe you'll win.
She said she loved food, Rita, and come out. I'm not skinny, short, and fat.
Well, you don't look fat on the video. I look fat. Barb has a question for me. I took gabapentin. It did absolutely nothing for me.
I'm allergic to gabapentin.
So I am taking let me think. L-lysine. I have to think, and something else. Hang on a minute. Keep them talking, Tarsha. I'll be right back.
Yeah, they gave me gabapentin because of my MS, because I had neuropathy in my legs due to MS. So they gave me gabapentin and it made it worse. And then they switched me to Lyrica, but I don't take it anymore. But yeah, that feeling, I didn't like that feeling going through my legs. Yeah. But gabapentin, that's in my medical records now. Barb Country Home said I'm 5'11" and weigh 140 pounds. Yeah, you slim.
Yeah, she's slim.
Very slim.
Okay, I've got the big bottles. I take alpha. Let's see. I got to get it in the camera. Alpha lipoic acid. I take magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
500 milligrams of magnesium. The alpha lipoic acid is 600 milligrams. And I take the L-lysine. Get it in the camera, Susan. 1,000 milligrams. And I take these twice a day. And I take the magnesium in the morning. And I think I take this one twice a day. Yeah. I take the alpha lipoic acid and the L-lysine twice a day. And that was a doctor that actually told me that. But, check with your doctor before you take anything. I'm not a medical expert, but it does help. And I can tell when I'm off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Magic, how do you do?
Hey, Magic.
I think they're new in my house, too.
Oh, Magic, do you think I'm Carbon Q? I'm not Carbon Q. Carbon Q, beautiful. But I'm not Carbon Q. I'm triple threat.
Parrot's Eye Photography, you're being funny again. My weakness was those little Debbie snack cakes. I have quit them so far. My wife says Little Debbie was my sidekick.
Right.
My husband loves Little Debbie's, and I've been telling him for a while now that he needs to stop bringing these snack cakes home.
Yes, Little Debbie's will take you out. Yeah. They'll have you like a crack fiend. Let me stop saying the word crack.
I will never give up bacon. I'm sorry. I will die. You have to die of something. I will die of eating bacon. I like bacon.
It's okay, Magic. But I've seen you on her channel and other channels. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in, Deanna. I appreciate you being here. Benny, I need to see your face, honey. You can take your face back down, but I do need to see your face before you come up.
Little Debbie's and those Twinkies and yeah.
Come on, Benny. I need to see your face.
I love banana moon pies. But I haven't had any in a long time. And I love honey buns.
Yeah. Come on, Benny.
Hey, handicapped traveler. How you doing? Yeah.
I don't know why my computer's so slow. I'll be typing away and it ain't doing nothing.
He said it's me.
He said it's him. I need to see your face, though.
Can he do that? He said, I never show my face, LOL, but just to Miss Susan so she can see her face. We won't see it while she accepting you.
Yeah, just so I can know that you're a person sitting there.
Yeah. Can it do that? Said mine would be the red velvet snack cakes.
Oh, Lord. We need to get off the sugar now, y'all.
And Barb Country Home said cheese. Wow.
Benny, just for a second, I won't put you up until you go back to your little avatar thing there. Yeah, that's why Bonnie wouldn't come up. She didn't want to come up because she said she'd had an accident or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she finally came up. She's cute as she can be.
Bonnie is. I got to see her.
Hey, Carp. Welcome in. Nobody has never seen my face. Well, I need to see it or you can't come up. Because I've had weirdos come up and they weren't showing just their face.
Right. I've had a couple of those too. Yeah.
You can hold up a picture of yourself.
Right.
Oh. Well, Vinny, if you're not going to show me your face, I can't let you up. I'm sorry.
It's a safety precaution.
It's just for safety. You know, once I see your face, then you could go back to what you have up now. But I need to be able to see that. I am trusting in God, but I'm also trusting in common sense because I have seen some things on here that I should never have seen. And Tarsha is a witness. She was on here with me when it happened. And I think it's the same one that you had, Tarsha.
And Rita's Bruce too. She had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Rita.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a few of us on here that have. At least we're not seeing your face is not on your channel. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I understand you may have over 3,000 subs, but this is my channel, my rule. Yeah, Rita, it was bad. Rita's had a couple of them that were pretty bad. They'd come up and chat with the triple X and all that other mess.
Rita said it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Okay.
Yes. When I say bad, yeah, I've had one and it was bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Benny, but that's just something I learned early on is I have to see your face in order for you to come up.
Yeah.
I would love to talk with you otherwise.
But you only showing Miss Susan. Not everybody else can see your face, but show Miss Susan. So she'll know it's a legit person.
Yeah, and then the next time you wouldn't have to worry about that because I know who you are.
Yeah.
But that's just, everybody that comes on my live chats know this, but you didn't, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have to follow the rules. Yep, Urban
said it. People take other channels' avatar and pretend to be them, and then they're on the live and it's too late. That's why we do that. Yeah, I keep my privacy top priority. Well, I understand that too, but you got to understand, my reasoning behind this, and I would not be able to tell anybody else what you look like. I wouldn't do that anyway.
That last comment made my head go somewhere else, but I would not disappoint you.
Yeah. But anyway, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. Well, actually over 2 hours. How about that, Tarsha? I'm going to have to get off here soon. I got to go collect eggs again. I'm going out. I'm having to go out earlier, and because it's getting dark earlier, so I have to go lock the chickens up at 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a couple of them I have to chase around to get them in the pen because I want to go up.
It's raining here. Yeah. Somebody else did the same thing, Vinny. They was on panel with their avatar, were really like their thing just covered up, and then at the last minute they did a "Let me show you my ginger."
Yeah.
Oh, it was just too funny.
Waiting for this to pop up. I need to ask one question. What do you feed your laying hens? Do you use bird seed, oats, anything besides standard feed? We use a standard 16% protein feed, and we also when they're molting like they are now, we give them the cheap cat food.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps their feathers to come back in. Winter comes along, they'll be getting oats. They'll be getting the cracked corn, scratch grain, cracked corn stuff because that increases their body temperature. And we occasionally give them pepper flakes, hot pepper flakes. Vinny, I haven't put you in any kind of category.
He's talking about me. I'm sorry, Vinny. I'm sorry. But I ain't really put you in a category. I'm just talking from experience.
Magic, yeah, thank you for that. It's nice to meet you too. Yeah, you got to be responsible for your channel. And that's part of my responsibility is to make sure that nothing gets on my live panel that is going to get me booted off YouTube or get anybody booted off YouTube or might offend somebody. Yeah, Urban, I buy, like Special Kitty, the dried cat food. And I usually get the fish one because they seem to like that. But there's something in the cat food that helps their feathers reproduce. Benny, you can beg all you want, but if I can't see your face.
Benny said, please let me up there. It's a give and take. You got to show face, then you can get up there.
Then you can put your little avatar thing back on, and it's fine. I won't put you back up until, until then. But that's just a rule that I follow. And if we were meeting face to face, I'd see your face anyway.
Yeah, just show Miss Susan.
That's all you got to do.
You got to cross the gatekeeper first.
Yeah. Or you stay in the basement. But I'm fixing to get off here because it's after 3 and I've got things to do. There's nothing you can do but show your face. There's nothing you can do besides showing your face. That's the rule. I'm not trying to be ugly, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, I think we're fixing to close it down anyway because I have got to take care of these chickens. I got to get out there and get the eggs before they decide to eat them. And they are hungry little boogers. I tell you what, they eat you out of house and home if you let them. I'm missing out. I'm sorry. Can't do it. I miss out a lot of stuff because I can't do it. I'm doing good. Thank you, Miss Rita. Well, Tarsha, I really appreciate you coming up today, hon. I'm fixing to jump off here. Thank you, everybody in chat, for coming by and visiting. Let me know if you think I ought to stick to Thursdays instead of Wednesdays. I'm really thinking about changing the day anyway. And just to free up my Wednesday, have a day between my premieres, just to have a day. So y'all let me know about that. Many agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, y'all have a wonderful rest of your week, especially you, Miss Rita, because we love you, Miss Rita. All them good cakes and pies and goodies she makes. I want to go spend a day with her. I really do.
Well, you all have a wonderful day.
She's close enough for me to do that. But yeah, y'all, if nobody else tells you today, you are loved. I love you, but Jesus Christ loves you more. Make sure that you have the right attitude towards God. Get to know Jesus if you don't know him already. Thank you, Miss Tarsha, for coming up. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Take care. Be safe.
Bye-bye.